It looks like we are live. Hello, everyone. Yes, we are live. Yay! Hello, everyone. We are waiting until some people are coming. Thank you so much for being here. We are cleansing the space a little bit. Um, it's already quite dark here because even if we are in Italy and there's a lot of sun, now it's my studio is facing to the east side, so it starts to be a little bit dark at this point. Okay, so now that the smell of sal what's the name, sarge, is around us now, we can be relaxed. I hope you hear me. Tell me if you don't hear me. Why am I here? I'm on live because I wanted to have a Q&A because the last couple of weeks I've got a lot of questions, different questions about Italy, about living abroad, and my art. So I kind of collected those questions, but I also asked you to write some questions on my Instagram or here on YouTube, so I can answer them. And I also wanted to have some kind of um, how can I say, some kind of drawing session that I just made this one as a kind of mood. I thought, it can be cool to like draw together, and but we'll see. It depends on what is the mood. But I have a lot of questions, and I see that you're coming. Hi, Katya. Hi, everyone. Okay, you were a bit off with the time difference because what's the time now? Uh, I hope that the quality is great. Yes, I was trying to uh, like calculate because yeah, I have a lot of viewers from America, and I know that it's morning there, but I didn't want to, like, yeah, I wanted you to be here, so it's 10:36. Okay, so 4 can be a nice time to start a live. Well, now, but when it's going to be summer or even spring, it's going to be easier to make live with everyone. I'm so happy that you're here. Please tell me, how are you? How do you feel? How was your New Year's? I'm really curious to know. And yeah, and what are your plans for the for this year? Because we don't know what's going to happen, but I'm sure that you have a lot of plans. I'm going to answer some question already because while you're writing, and then maybe I will draw a little bit later. We'll see. We'll see how's the mood is. But tell me if you don't hear me well or you don't see me well. I try to handle the situation. It's not easy because this is, I think, the second time and I do live like this with the software and everything. Anyway, so I have some questions wrote it down in my beautiful notebook, um, and one of them is uh, someone is asking how's the weather. The weather is, well, it's winter. Today there was a lot of sun, which was really, really amazing. It was, and for because for a long, like a lot of weeks, it's been quite gray and cold and even foggy, which eventually great. I like foggy weather, but yeah, it's just, of course, sun is the weather that everyone loves, and it feels, great. So um, I was really happy that there was a little bit of sun today. We had snow 2 mornings, one in the first or second week of December, and the last one on last week, the other one. But it was, it's not the best, and eventually, we can't really go out still. So hopefully next week from the 7th, maybe we can have some we can just move like around the area at least, because I would love to go to hike. I'm living close to mountains, some hills, which is really beautiful. I guess I made some videos about it, but um, I really want to like bring you there and make some videos there, because it's really a beautiful area, and there's a lot of beauty and nature and history here. So, and history that that you don't know about, because I'm not living in Rome, or places which everyone knows, but it's still beautiful. It's, I mean, in a way it's more beautiful because it's in the nature. Anyway, uh, uh, um, neighbors were doing fireworks at New Year's. Yeah, also here. I mean, of course, fireworks are gorgeous, but I always I always feel like you know like poor animals. Like for me, like a petarda or something is something that I feel shocked or bad. So I imagine like small birds and small animals, what they would feel. Not even small animals, like animals in general who doesn't know what's happening. Probably is really shocking. And also there was some videos and photos were going around in the last couple of days from Rome, that there were some birds in the center of Rome's died. Not some, like 200 birds, or like a lot of birds died because of the fireworks, because their heart is really small and they just can't handle it. And like poor birds, they are kind of stuck in a city. Like they can't like run away, as for example in nature, when there's a huge field or something, like they can just escape. And yeah, so yeah, it was quite sad. It's quite sad. And 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 every year I just realize it more and more, that is really because first of all it costs a lot, and now especially in 2020, it shouldn't be something that we are spending money on. Is fireworks. It's just weird. And second of all, yeah, like I'm really, it's not good for the environment for sure, and it's not good for the animals. So I'm trying to awareness around it, because yeah. um okay, and another question that I get is, how's the mood in Italy right now? um that is difficult to answer, because I'm really stuck at home. So I'm not going out every day to the baker and to the bar, or some for take some coffee. And so I'm not talking with people like, how are you? And so it's difficult to feel the mood. um, I know that Italians are really, happy people and optimistic people. So Mm, so the mood is not as bad, but for sure everyone is just like tired, not just fed up, like tired of the whole situation. But I think a lot of people are remaining optimistic. Is the light okay? Should I give myself a little bit more light? No, this is horrible. Also, I have this gorgeous piece I want to show you. It's a moon. Probably you saw it in one of my videos. It's a moon, and it's a lamp. And as you can see the details of the moon. It's a 3D print, and it's just so gorgeous. And you can change the color of it. I'm really, yeah, I'm really obsessed with this lamp. And you can, just charge it and that's it. It's a really nice piece. And if I also already talk about moon, I'm showing you my earrings that I made. I made some. Ah, it's matching to my outfit now. I just realized because it's yellow and pink. It's the first try. It looks great. They're so sweet. Yeah. So yeah, because someone was asking what am I working on? Like what I don't find it here, but I remember someone was asking what am I working on, like in art point of view, and one of them is these, like making jewelries and just mm, making different kind of ceramics. Like I'm trying to make vases and statues from ceramic, and that is one of the new things that I started to do in 2020, which is you like my earrings. Thank you, Katja. Well, this is just the first prototype, so maybe later it will be better, and I can sell them. I was thinking about it, if like if someone likes it, then I can send them with with mail. But yeah, I so one of the great things that I started in 2020 is to make ceramics, because I did that I think 20 years ago. Like when I was a kid, I learned to make vases and stuff like this. So the material wasn't that new, but what I want to do now with this material is quite different. Um, so yeah, but it's really fun. It takes a lot of time, obviously, but that's cool. And the other thing that I'm working on, yes, I can also show you some that I already made, but these are again just prototypes. But you saw these in one of my video for sure. And a little snake. Yeah, and so also there's a, I'm gonna censor her. But you don't see the colors really well now in the slide, but yeah, it's quite some cool stuff. So yeah, so one of the field that I'm doing is this one, and the other one is that I'm obviously painting and drawing, and I want to continue these these kind of things, that these big pink ladies with a small head feeling great in nature and stuff. So I want to continue doing that for sure. Oh, I'm sorry. This is Duolingo. Duolingo is saying that I should make my exercise. Do you study any kind of other languages? I'm curious because I'm learning Italian, but I also want to start Japanese. I was also thinking to relearn French, because when I was a kid, I was studying French, but I totally forget it. I mean, like I can't talk, but for sure, if I would, restart it, I would remember a lot. So that's the plan. Um, and so I'm sorry, I just have to check something. Okay. Haha, we have a French, nice. We have a French person here. Life is wonderful with a beautiful name. Yeah, so and also that it's really similar to Italian in a lot, like the logic a lot of time, and so it's I hopefully it's not I remember when I came to Italy, and I didn't know that for the first time 6 years ago. I didn't talk anything in Italian, just like grazie and buongiorno and ciao and stuff like this. But I remember for a long time I understood people, like the conversations, the topic of the conversations, and I didn't understand like why I understand what is the topic. And then I realized because of French that I learned when I was, 15, it's kind of, the knowledge is kind of there somewhere. Okay. I did it in the past some Norwegian, nice. And how is it? Is it difficult? Like I don't know like how different from like Swedish language, or is it like totally different? Should be. I mean, I guess kind of similar. I don't know. Now some Spanish, but don't know much. Nice. Good job. Good job. So you like the language. You like languages. Yeah, Spanish is cool too. I learned some Spanish as well in one of my universities, like for half a year or something, or a year, not so much. Um, yeah, and I always liked Italian. It's just it. I don't know why it never happened, and then I moved here, and then I was, I had to, I had to learn it, um, which is great, but it's still quite difficult and still quite, a job, a work to do. Like I have to still learn a lot because, yeah, it's not. I mean, the problem is that Italy is a big country and they have different dialects and which are not which are another languages. So here where I live is Veneto, and they have the Veneto dialect, and it's a totally different language compared to Italian. And so a lot of people are talking, like my boyfriend loves to, Mauro loves to talk in Veneto, and if there's someone who we meet and the person also knows Veneto, they like to talk in Veneto because they say that it's more, the words are more filled with meanings, so they like to use it. And I understand a little bit, obviously, because I'm here for so long, but I still, I can't talk. I just know words. It was different, but got it after a while. Spanish and Italian are extremely similar. Yeah, I know that. Yes, yeah, I know. My grandma could speak Italian to someone speaking Spanish, and they could talk to each other. Yeah, that's so sweet. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know that it's quite. I mean, like I've been in Barcelona a lot. Like I don't know, 3 times, I guess. I think 3 times, maybe just two. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, like I met with Spanish people, and it's or in movies, you can hear that I understand something from it. So yeah. Uh, uh, um, hey, this is Gui. Gui. Am I pronouncing it well? From Sao Paulo, Brazil. Wow, that's amazing. Someone is watching me from Brazil. How amazing is that? It's so cool that I mean, I'm obviously super happy about people who are watching me from Europe, but I'm always amazed when someone wrote me from Japan, and it's just amazing. And I love Brazil. Well, I've never been there, obviously, but obviously, unfortunately, you absolutely have no idea how much your wits helped me with learning English. Thank you so much. Really, I mean, I'm not the best in talking in English though, but I try my best. I'm really speaking an easy English, that's for sure. Like I'm not using big words. I don't know, it's just my vocabulary is not as big, but I'm really happy that I'm helping in that. Oh no, I butchered your name. Okay, wait, because maybe it's with the G, like it sounds like, because I don't know how you're pronouncing the G there, like Gui or Jui. What can it be? I don't know. I'm sorry. I try my best, but I really don't know. But I'm really happy that you're here. How's the weather in Brazil? um yeah, it's, yeah, I would love to, you know, I never had the I always traveled in Europe. I traveled a lot in Europe, but I never traveled outside of Europe, unfortunately, because I would love to, but I never had the money for that. You know, it's not a cheap business. I'm from a poor Hungarian country, so it's it's not an easy thing to do. But I would love to go to, you know, to a lot of places, you know, everywhere, anywhere, really. Yeah. Okay. G as in guitar. Okay, so G, okay. So G. Ah, E A in C. Well, nice explanation. Okay. So I would say G, like Gui, Gi, maybe, hopefully. Weather is rubbish, really, because I really don't know what's the weather there. Yeah, in January, because I mean here is for sure it's not really the best. Yeah, so I was saying I would love to travel outside from Europe, but and the funny thing is that I think, yes, I talked in one of my videos about this, that I will have an exhibition in China, in Beijing, in Peking, which I'm so happy about. Um, well, it's postponed now a little bit, because it would have started yesterday, I think. If today is the third, I really don't know what's the, yes, okay. So it would have started yesterday, but it's postponed because of COVID, because there's a outbreak again in China. Um, but I'm, you know, I'm really like happy about, like, it's incredible that my artworks will be in China. You know, it's always amazing, you know, when you are not there but your art is there, and so you are there too, in a way. And the exhibition is about COVID, about the quarantine, the lockdown, and how different artists from all around the world, from different backgrounds and situations, how they are reacting to, you know, to all of this, to solitude, to being alone, to the quarantine itself. And my artworks will be the doing nothing series that I shared with you in this channel, on this channel. And so I'm really happy about that, because a lot of you were really saying all the way, like, I love this series and it helps me, and and I feel like, you know, that we are all together, we are going to be there, because I wouldn't do it, you know, without you, because probably I would have stopped it before. I don't know. um, so yeah, so those videos will be presented in a really beautiful way, like with plants and everything, and the viewer can do nothing in the space. That is the whole idea. And so I'm really happy about that one. It's just, yeah, it's really incredible. Um, I remember I have a question about this that is really connected to this topic. Um, yeah, I've seen in National Geographic about photographers having people set up equipment inside. Um, I'm sorry, I'm not reading it loud. I'm sorry. I've seen in National Geographic about photographers having people set up equipment inside and photograph it through the window for portraits of them. Um, I'm sorry, but there's a comment here that I don't know why it doesn't want to show. Okay. Um, yes. Um, I don't know. Like, is this like new, like a photography series? Because there's been um, artists in, I don't know exactly, in the early 2000s who were doing this. And they were people. were taking photographs of people's space. And I also made a series about this. Also, I think that was one of the artworks that I was bringing in my portfolio when I was applying to my artist university. That I was taking photographs of people's space, and but obviously, if they are doing this now, obviously it's a whole different thing, because now it's COVID and quarantine, and so it got a really new meaning. I didn't saw it. Like, can you tell me the artist name or something? Like, how can I find it? Because it sounds really interesting. So, because what I know is that there was, I think it was the early 2000s, there was this photographer who sent letters to random people, uh, like actual letters, that at this time, like, like explaining, I'm a photographer and I'm taking photographs of people in their living space through their windows. And if you want to participate at this time, please, like, open your curtains and just stand there as you want, and there's this really beautiful. I wish maybe I could show you, but I don't remember the photographer's name now. But maybe I can find it. Um, and it's really, oh no, I think the internet will die because of photographer, um, through windows. And it's really beautiful. It talks about, uh, the space, like our what is the space where we are living. It gives a lot of intimacy, obviously. Mm, yeah, I don't find it now because there's a lot of here, but it's not the one that I'm searching for. I'm sorry, I don't want to be boring. I'm going to skip it because, yeah, I don't find it. But maybe I will make a video about it once, because I really made a series about this as well. It's not as good, obviously, unfortunately. And I didn't know about this artist, obviously, before. You need to go. Okay. Thanks for being here. Thank you so much, and have a really good day. Um, I'm going to search for this photographer. Okay, so Life is Wonderful is saying, I'm here because I freaking love Italy, but apparently people are really disappointed when they go to Italy, so mostly leave the country, and I want to know why, and it's true. Uh, what do you mean I'm here? Like, are you here in Italy? Um, who is disappointed? I mean, it's difficult to say because it depends on how, where these people, like, where they are, where they went to Rome, for example, or, like, because I think it's really okay. Wait, I tried to start this from a beginning. I want to make a video about this, but like, choosing the place where you want to live is is really important to understand what kind of person you are and what are your needs. So, like, what uh, what yeah, like, do you need a city? Like, do you need a lot of people and, noise, and, every something is always happening, or you need like a calm space, you like to be in nature more? So this is one of the things. The second thing is that, also, I don't know if these are like French people or not. It depends also, like, um, like, where are you coming from? it's really important as well. Like, if first of all, if like how far is the place where you are moving, because as you know, as more far as the place where you're from, the cultural shock is going to be bigger. So me, I'm from Europe and I'm Hungarian, if I move to Japan, the cultural shock is going to be really big, because it's like the other part of the world. They have different religions and, you know, culture and food, and, you know, like everything, the language, so the way they are thinking, and so everything is really really different. So um, if I'm not really in love with, with Japan, it's going to be really really hard to be there, to live there. And so um, the other thing is that it's funny, because I made my diploma about this topic, living abroad. There are different levels when you move to a place, like different stages, uh, how you are feeling. And the first part is the honeymoon part. That's the name of it. The honeymoon part is when, you know, you are excited and everything, because everything is new and everything is exciting. You are excited, and you are like, hey, yeah, I love this place, and wow, it's beautiful and interesting. And, you know, this period can be 2 weeks, can be 3 months, it can be a year as well. It really depends on person to person. uh, and once you reach there, you start to like, things that were interesting, they are starts to be annoying for you. So for example, if these people who are you are talking about, maybe they thought at first like, oh, I love the Italians, are so loud, they are so funny. And then after, you know, 2 months, when you are out, they were out of the honeymoon phase, they realize like, it's super annoying, like, you're so loud, I want to, you know, read my book or whatever. um, so it changes in you, it starts to be bothering. And yeah, and there's a lot of other phases, but anyway, most of the people are going home in this second phase. um, and this phase is also can be like 1 2 years as well. For me it was, I think, 2 or maybe 3 years as well, but it was not really hard. I mean, uh, no, it was hard, of course, but I also really, really loved the country and the people. So for me, that this was uh, like, I had a lot of positive in it, that I wanted to stay here. I don't know if I'm explaining myself well. So um, so yeah, that's the point. I don't know where I wanted to go with this. I want to live in Italy, but I heard some people say that in Italy is not like they think it is. Like, it's dirty, people are not. No, oh, no, no, no. Okay, no, okay, it's not true. I mean, um, again, it's really important who were these people. Were they here? Which part they were here? Because it's a big country. It's a huge country, and the life can be really really different here. The north is much more rich. We have really good tourism. We, you know, all the economy is great because of north in the end. um, and south is way more poorer, but there's also mafia there that I'm not going to get into. Also, I'm not, my knowledge is not as huge that I'm daring to talk about that, but there are problems in the north, in the south. um, and because of that, it can be that people are finding places which are dirty, but it's because of the mafia. Um, but but I know I'm not. I don't think. I mean, well, I'm living in Veneto. Veneto is a great place. It's the healthcare is amazing. The economy is amazing here. So here there's no dirt here. It's not dirty at all. Um, but I would have to say that if I could live in the south, which is again is really a gorgeous place, um, I wouldn't probably wouldn't care about the dirt. Well, it's not true, of course, but it's it's really beautiful there. So I don't know. I think the southest I went was Macerata and Umbria, Macerata, which is still kind of the middle of the country. There it was still there was no problem. It's like when you go really, really the south and you really like in Napoli, I know, but also yeah. But as I said, the problem is coming from somewhere else. Uh, but that's not true. That I mean, the dolce vita and stuff like this is really is a true thing. Like you can see in my videos, I'm not giving you a fake idea of the country. It's really a fantasy. And of course there are exceptions. As I the first time I was in Rome, I was really disappointed because Rome felt really, really fake and felt this what you were saying. And maybe your friends or the people that you're talking about were in Rome, that they are selling this idea of Rome, and then it's not that. It's a huge museum. I think that was the first time that I felt in a city that I'm not in a city, I'm in a museum. And then later I felt the same in Venice as well. Now I live, well, I was a student in Venice as well. So now I really know the city. Um, and I can say that yes, it's true that it's a museum for tourists, but it's also, there are parts that I feel really the real Venice. And I probably it's the same with Rome. Like there are parts where, it's just tourism, and there's a lot of tourists, but there's the real Rome as well. But if I can suggest you, don't move to Rome or Milano. I wouldn't recommend this. I mean, it's obviously depends on what you are working or what you want to study, uh, but I really think that the Dolce Vita, the dream world, what we see in movies about Italy, they exist, but they are not in big cities. They are just not, because tourism is killing the whole thing. And but that doesn't mean that you don't, because in Italy everything is beautiful, like really every corner. Like in my street there's one castle and a palazzo, palace, yes, palace, yes. And it's amazing, like in my street. And I'm not living, I'm living in a town that no one knows. So um so that part is for sure, it's true. And then of course it's the same with the people. Like the people, I had so many bad experience in Milano or in Venice or in Rome with the people, with locals, even if I talked in Italian. uh, of course if you talk the dialect, that they are more kind with you, because then you are one of them. But this, in the countryside or in smaller cities, they are really friendly, like really, really friendly. Even Firenze, Florence, which is a big city, like people were really kind with me. Like I made so many friends in one day. And so it, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. It's really a beautiful country and an amazing with amazing people. And of course there are people who are not nice and not kind, but that is kind of everywhere. But I'm really um, how can I say, me who is coming from a big city, because I grew up and I lived in Budapest, the capital of Hungary. I don't really like cities anymore because of this reason. Because when I go to, buy bread, or, like to do basic stuff here in the countryside, I I'm just not doing a task that I have to do. I also receive a lot of love and an adventure in the end, because there's always a story to tell, because people are talking with you, and "We try this, try this cheese or whatever." So there's always some connection between people. So yeah, I don't know. um, do you sometimes have yeah, home homesick homesick sick? What is the biggest thing you miss about Hungary? Yes, I of course, obviously, I get homesick, um, because I miss my family, my friends, and Budapest as well. Like, I grew up there. I have so many memories there. Even, I miss the bad ones. And but yeah, it's yeah. But when I obviously, I haven't been to Budapest for a long time now, but every time I go there, like after a week, I start to feel that I don't like to be here. And I think it's because, the reason why I moved, because I came here at first with Erasmus, but I came here because I was fed up with Hungary. And with Budapest. I was like, I don't want this energy, what is here, anymore. And so after a week, I start to feel that again, that is like, oh, everyone is, really moody and not kind, and so yeah, it's just, yeah, I just start it starts to be, uh, don't know, boring, but I like, yeah, I'm done. I don't want to go back. So um yeah, that can happen, but of course I miss it a lot. And for a lot of reasons, of course, it would be easier to live there. um, but I feel better in a lot of ways, in physically health, in a health way, mentally. But it's also because of the countryside, for sure, not just about Italy, but like, I live in the countryside, and that is really good for me. um, uh, I don't know. Life is wonderful. Your message got deleted, or you deleted it. I don't know. Um, I don't know, because I didn't read it before, so I don't know what you asked. Yeah. So, um, yes, it's not easy to start a new life in a different country, of course, but I would say it worth it. Like, if you doesn't have any, like, you don't know, if you doesn't have a kid, for example, then I would say that suggest you to do it, like to move to Italy. Like, you don't have to make the decision now that you have to spend all your life in Italy. Just try it, because whatever, even if you go home after half a year, you will be filled with experiences and knowledge. So even if with kids, I think you can do it, but I mean, it's obviously much more complicated. But yeah, I learned so much about myself. Maybe not the first half year, but um, I would say after a year, I learned a lot about myself, about Hungary. Like, I never thought about Hungarian history and the language itself as much as now that I'm here in another country, because like, you're looking you're looking at your country from a different angle, from outside. so you see much more clearly, but also, you know, people are asking me questions about Hungary, so mm, yeah, or the language, and you know, so but yeah, it's really cool. So I would say that one of the thing that that we should do in our life is to travel, like, yeah, because it gives you so much, it gives you so much. Italy gave me so much, and the whole experience. And I lived also in England, well, a month, not a long time, on a boat though. And I lived on a small boat, which was amazing. That gave me a lot as well, like that I learned a lot there as well. The only thing that I don't want to do anymore is to go somewhere for a week. That kind of travel doesn't make any sense anymore, kind of, because I mean that is just really when you want to go for to the seaside or whatever, and just to relax, obviously. But to, like, if you are traveling to understand a place, then you need to stay there for at least a month. But once you do that, yeah, you learn so much. It's amazing. Like, you realize, like, oh, everything I knew before is 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 not, I don't know, it's not nothing, but it's like it changes, like the way you were thinking about people, for example. Yeah, yeah, it's really. I live in 50 minutes to the Italian border. Nice. Wait, are you Slovenian? Katja, because it can be from your name, which is great. It is really, really great. 50 minutes from the Italian. That's it's a pity that you're coming here a lot. It depends which border, but then you can okay, Slovenia, because probably you go not now, but you come to the seaside, for example, in Trieste. Trieste is really beautiful, and it's close to the border, for sure. It's cool. Hi, my name is Diana. I hope I'm saying your name well. I'm from South Croatia. Is it true that the water tides are usual in Venice? First of all, how are you? I felt the earthquake the other day, and which is crazy because we are not as close, but I felt it, and I read that it made really a big damage. The water tides are usual. Yes, they are, as other times. We have the Mose, this structure, this iron structure inside the water, the lagoon, that is controlling these tides. I don't know now exactly what's the situation. I know that it helped, Moses helped, like, to get rid of the tide, to get rid of, like, to control the tide, and there was no water in the center of Venice, which was great. But I know that there were, like, I saw some photos where there were tides now, and I don't know why, because they made the Moses. So I'm not sure about this, like what's happening now, like in the last 2 weeks, about this, because I haven't been in Venice for a while. I think I was there in the beginning of December or November. It's close to me, but yeah, I don't know what exactly the situation. But I know that the structure Moses helped, um, but I also saw some photos that there's water inside the center, so I really don't know what they are doing. um, I've always wondered what Italians think about the Romans. Like, are they proud of Rome and Pompeii? Wow, you're asking a difficult question. I'm not Italian, so I don't know if I can answer to that. I can, if you want, I can invite Mauro and ask him what he thinks. He and his friends are in the kitchen now. Maybe you can hear them sometimes because they are quite loud. But Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what they think. I will ask him for next time, and I will say that to you. It's a good question, though. It's a good question. I really don't know. Um, yeah. So w- the next question that I received, I answered this one. Yes. Yes, someone asked, did your life change a lot since you moved to Italy? Um, oh, you are such a nice couple. Oh, you're so sweet. Thanks. Well, I'm not showing Mauro as much as I would want to, or as I don't know, um, because he, well, he doesn't. It doesn't mean that he doesn't want to be in the videos, but he just like he doesn't care to like to be in the reflector, but uh, but I will try to slowly invite him more and more into the videos because I think you would love him. He's really a funny and interesting guy, and he's really kind and is someone really fun to be around. So I really want to, yeah, to involve him a little bit more. um, yeah. So the question. Hi, John. I'm fine. How are you? Where are you from? How's your new year? So the question was, okay, so did your life change a lot since you moved to Italy? Yes. Yes, it did, obviously. And which aspects? That was the question. Uh, yes, as I said, I moved from a big city to the countryside, which was a really, really big deal because it's even if I like nature, I always liked nature. It was really, it took me some time to get used to it, that that yeah, that next to me is just there's a cornfield and everything is really out of reach, difficult to reach anything. The first couple of years I was going everywhere with bicycle, which was fun, but at winter it was quite challenging. Um, but since I have my driving license, my life is way easier. But yeah, it's it's difficult to answer to this because it's just there's so many things have changed. It's really so many things changed since I'm here. My life, yeah, like I'm not going out as much. And obviously, of course, I'm way older than 6 years ago. I'm 6 years older. But uh, yeah, I'm not partying as much. So that for sure changed. It changed the idea of what is important. Like I was thinking like so differently, but also I was young, so so it was just like, yeah, partying and friends and hang out and of course art, it was really important already, but yeah, so now it's I think I see that differently. um mm, what else? Yeah, just the everyday, that you don't see the family, but everything, like how I'm dealing with stuff, it's, yeah, everything like totally changed. Also, I was in university when I came out, so I'm not a university student anymore, and that changed. So my daily routine changed a lot. So yeah, really, really everything. John is asking if anyone twisted my ear. No, they didn't. I forgot that we're not twisting. I don't know. In Hungary, we're just doing this, like the pulling the this part of the ear. That's what we do. But it's been years. I think someone did that. I don't know. But twisting like this, or what? What do you mean? You can't show it, but um, I don't know. I don't know where is it is from. Like, what's the story behind this? I don't know. I don't know. We are we in Dalmatia, I don't know in English. Dalmatia are fine, but central Croatia, where the epicenter was, suffered great damages and there are victims. Yes, I read that. I read that, and I tell you, like we felt this. I mean, I felt it. Mauro didn't when he was 2 meters away from me, but we are, in Padua, and we felt it. And the funny thing is that that day there was another three earthquakes in Verona, which is like 60 no, not even six, no, okay, 60 kilometers from here, and that one we didn't feel, haven't felt, which is, I don't know, weird. I mean, I know the Croatian one was way stronger, but yeah, yeah, it was. I think it was the third time that I experienced an earthquake, but all three was really light. It's really, it's really crazy. Twisting it from down. Who has pulled your ear? I like getting my ear twisted from girls. Yeah, of course you do. And did someone twisted your ear at New Year's Eve? My computer is starting to lose power, so that will be the end. Not now, but I think in 10 minutes we have to finish the live. But I'm talking way too much anyway, and I don't know if it's really interesting what I'm saying. And I'm sorry that I'm not drawing. I will try to be better at this, but it's difficult to talk and draw, though. But I don't know what kind of video I should make next time. Like, what are you interested? Because I want to make a video about me painting or doing, art stuff, like the statues in ceramics and stuff like this. But or it's been a while that I made a cooking video. I should make, because I didn't make any cooking video for really a long time. Or and yeah, once we can go and have a hike, I want to bring you to hike for sure. But yeah, and I was also thinking about to talk about Erasmus in general, because I want to convince everyone to go for Erasmus if they are a university student in Europe or anywhere. Also in America, for sure, there are scholarships where you can, travel. But it's yeah, Erasmus is really the best that you should definitely do. Um, what Italians think about Italy in general? What an interesting question. Italians love Italy. I mean, like they know what they have. Like they are aware of all the beauty that surrounds them and all the amazing food that they have. So they are really aware, and no, I mean, no one wants to leave until, financially is that that you really have to. But I really don't know anyone who moved out from here. It's like, yeah, they are aware that it's really a cool country. It's the weather is great. The nature is amazing. The the history, what is here, the buildings are beautiful, and the food, there are no words for that. I have to say, like, sometimes I'm eating such a good food and I would love to share it with you, but I'm just not, like I can take a photo of this, but I can't show how good is this. Like I'm not able to explain the taste. But we made once a video with Mauro where we went to eat in a restaurant, and like we were explaining what we are eating and stuff. He didn't like the results, so I didn't upload it, but would love to just like bring you there and talk about the food, because this is one of the things that I learned in Italy, like about the food. About food, I learned so much, and about the importance of food and what kind of food you are putting into your body, and and uh, and yeah, it's like I learned so much about it, and the taste. Like like I thought before, like, oh yeah, this is good, this is good, and it's just no, it's you learn to like you're developing really nuanced details about taste that is awesome. I don't know, for me at least, like I really enjoy to like have any kind of food, and and have a good wine, and understand, like, yes, of course this wine goes well with this, I don't know, pasta or whatever, or meat, because of that reason. And so yeah, it's really a cool experience, of course. But mm, I don't know what I was talking about. Yeah, again, that Italian, what what Italians think about in Italy in general. Yeah. um yeah, it's just really, I'm sorry, I'm yawning. I am boring, probably. I don't know. I can talk about food and Italy like for hours, but I don't know if anyone really cares. Um, yeah, I mean, I would love to paint an ear pulling drawing. Okay, nice idea. I will paint one. I told you, no one pulled my ear. I told you, no one, because I totally forget about it, and also I think Italians doesn't do it. We do it, I think, in Hungary, because I remember, like we did, or we just do it in. No, we do it on birthdays. I'm stupid. We pull the ear on birthdays, but we're not twisting, or we're not doing anything in New Year. Uh, yeah. So I'm checking my iPhone if someone wrote another question on Instagram. Or wait a second. Oh no, I haven't responded to Char's question, and I have 12% on my computer. I don't know if it's okay to ask you these questions, but are they racist and xenophobic, because it's by far the most famous cliche about Italians. No, racist. No, I, I know. No, I don't. I mean, I don't experience it. Well, I'm a white girl, so uh, no, I don't know, because I don't. I mean, I don't. I don't know. There are racist people, of course, everywhere, unfortunately, but I don't know. I don't think so. Again. It's yeah. It's difficult to say, but xenophobic. I also don't think that. I mean, I don't know, like, compared to which country as well. Like, compared to Hungary, I think Italians are a little bit more forward at this point. But, like, of course, there are xenophobia and there's racism here, as unfortunately everywhere in the world. No, but I don't know if it's more or less, we can improve ourselves in these topics for sure. But I'm not saying for sure it's not something that is the biggest problem here. So I think this stereotype is not true. It's a cliche. It's, I don't know who are saying that, but I don't think, I really don't think. And amount of story about black and foreigners in Italy. No, no, I don't really. I really don't think. I really don't think. I want to answer this question because I got it, and someone was asking, what do you look for when it comes to picking a place to show your artwork? I'm thinking physical space itself, so the walls, lighting, and what the gallery team provides to the artist help with labels, marketing, and reception. Um, First of all, as a emerging artist or as a young artist, I'm really happy if someone is inviting me for to its space. So I'm not searching for the space. I just, if someone invites me, I'm just saying yes to it, and that's what every artist should do until they are really famous. Um, and so, and once you have the space, you are kind of uh, how do you say, like you try to move yourself, or I don't know, like to create your art in a way that is fitting to that surrounding. I don't know if that's clear. Usually the lighting is something that the gallery provides, obviously, but there's no budget. Like, I think, I don't know how many art exhibitions I had, but I think like once when I was in Birmingham, for sure, that was a kind of scholarship artist residency that I had. But when there was like actual money that I could use for the exhibition. Usually this is not the case. Usually it's the case that we invite you. Here's the space. You do what you want to do, but we don't have anything. And usually that's the case. And then of course they have like tools for, like, putting like lights and nails and hammer to put on a painting or whatever. But yeah, it's but like printing, for sure they are not paying that. But yeah, they are helping. um, but yeah, it's like every space is different. So, and I like that because I put my artworks in really different places and spaces, and I like that is, I'm trying to create a new artwork in the end. Like, for example, this, what I'm going to have in China, this exhibition, like I have these videos, the doing nothing videos, and it's going to be presented in a really different way. So it's going to be a different artwork in the end, compared to when you sit down and you watch my YouTube, or watch them on YouTube. It's going to be projected on a wall where there's a space. It's not your space, it's another space. So it's like it creates a new artwork. So, which is cool. I like that. I don't know if I answered to it, but I really wanted to. Yeah, feel free to ask again, or like to be more specific. And okay, and if you don't have any more questions, that I'm going to finish this live streaming because my computer is dying, and also I'm talking way too much, and maybe you have to go on with your work, with your day. But I'm so happy that we were able to chit chat a little bit. I always like to talk with you, and especially now. I would really love to do this more. Maybe with some actual drawing or listening to some music, because I feel much more connected with you guys, and that is the whole point for me, in a way. Like, I'm putting out my artwork, and and you are yeah, connecting with it, and you are, like, we are. Yeah, I really love this. So I will try to make more lives in the future, especially because we are still stuck at home. So thank you so much for being here, for watching, and even if you, sorry, if you were not able to be here live, but you are watching the stream, thank you for watching it, and thank you for spending your time with me. I really hope that you are having a great day, an easier year. Oh, there's still a lot to talk about. Maybe I should do this every Sundays. Tell me if you want that, because I would love to do this maybe every Sundays. Like we sit down and we just chit chat about art and Italy. I mean, that would be a nice idea. Anyway, um, I think that's it. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Ciao.